Who told you that? Was it Monique?
Don't worry about it.
Was it Monique?
Start the podcast.
Who the fuck told you it?
Don't worry about it. It's not your business.
Give her shotty toddy.
No.
Who is it?
Don't worry about it, bitch.
We're not starting till you tell me.
I don't know what to tell you.
Who is it?
You start recording? Let me know when we start recording. Now?
Who is it?
Hey, guys.
We're
welcome
literally not
to the
moving forward
podcast.
until you tell me. Who is it?
And this is a
Who
very
is it?
special episode.
I'm going to start revealing all of your secrets if you don't start telling me.
Wait,
We have a fucking national podcast here.
Because David has to edit these, and he does not have time to edit this podcast this week.
I'm okay with your secrets getting out there.
Thank you. When Dalton was 3 years old, he looked at me and he said, Matthew, I have a secret to tell you. And I said, what's that, little brother? He said, listen, sometimes I like it when you don't talk to me. And I said, that bothers me, Dalton. We need to fucking fix this problem. And he said that his imaginary friends...
Why are you talking like NPR right now? Are you trying to match Dalton's?
Because I have a great podcasting voice. Who told
Can
you?
you fix your...
Not until you tell me.
I can't tell you,
Who the
dude.
fuck
I can't
said
tell
it?
you.
What name? Okay, don't tell us. What does it rhyme with?
What is their name?
Don't tell me who it is, but what does their name start with and then the rest of it?
How do you guys think I look? Today is Flower Day in the Drumm household. We're all wearing flowers, except for David. David's wearing the Millennium Falcon, which is honestly the beauty of and the flower of space, I would say, almost. So, you know, he's basically in the same understanding as we are with that.
We got copyrighted.
We got copyrighted?
Well, kind of. Somebody decided to take our free intro that we threw our voices over, and then they used it as an advertisement. Natalie showed me this morning.
Emily.
No, Natalie showed me this
Emily
morning.
sent it to the account a couple days ago.
Oh, did she?
What was it?
Where's my phone?
Who are these people? Give me their phone number.
It's Bed Bath & Beyond, so good luck.
Bed Bath Beyond stole our sound? Is that allowed?
Not ours.
It's from the website, so it's not ours.
But they stole our laugh?
No.
No, they don't have I'm Drumm.
Tell me if this sounds familiar.
Nope. Can't say that.
What the hell? My volume's all the way up.
Sounds quiet to me.
No? Doesn't sound familiar?
It's just a sound. It's just the sound of our intro.
Yeah.
But it's not us. It's not our intro.
Technically. Dalton's not as mad about
He's
it.
not.
That's not bad at all.
I mean, I wasn't mad. I thought it was kind of cool. So, shouty touty to Bed Bath & Beyond. But, however,
You're missing the
you're
secret
missing
sauce.
out the secret sauce.
If you ever use our sound, we will come for you, Bed Bath & Beyond. Unless you want to sponsor an episode, then let's talk.
In the meantime, David, roll the intro. I'm Drumm.
I'm Drummer.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Week 64, 63, you guys. I'm doing math now. 60. I'm just kidding.
Don't ever fucking joke like that again. I'm 24 years old now. I can count myself. All right, guys. 64. Week 63. 63, guys. 63. We got 5 plus 5 times 6. 60. Plus motherfucking 4 minus 1. 63.
And as always, we're your hosts. I'm Drumm.
And I'm Drummer.
And it's a podcast about brotherhood and the 3 S's, the supernatural.
Supernat. I was supernatural sororities, stories,
And self-improvement.
Yeah, you forgot. You kind of forgot.
I always forget the third one. I'm always like hesitant because I never know which one it is. Although I like sororities. We should do that one.
Yeah. And as I was saying, me and Matthew are wearing flower shirts today.
It's floral day.
It's floral day for us.
So shouty touty if you're also just wearing a floral shirt when you're watching this.
Yeah, we love it.
Or
and we
listening.
see you through the screen.
You never thought about joining a fraternity while you were in college?
Yeah, Matt.
There was no Greek life at Biola when I went there. I mean, I feel like I had the closest thing to it when I lived in the house with everybody. I lived in a house. It was called the Waffle House. 9 guys. 5 bedrooms.
Sounds stinky.
Yes.
One dog.
It was one dog for
R.I.P.
rest in peace, Whisk.
R.I.P.
We adopted a dog. The gate didn't close. He ended up getting hit by a car. It was a long night for all of us. But that was fun, dude. I thoroughly enjoyed living in that house. Like, it was
the grossest fucking thing.
No.
It was fucking
disgusting. It was pretty nasty.
It smelt.
It's 9 guys. What do you expect?
Fucking be neat.
Okay,
clean.
But the thing is that Dalton literally will never.
Oh yeah, Matt. Go ahead and tell him I didn't graduate college. I didn't have a chance to join a fraternity because why? I got kicked out of Mount Sac twice. So it's fucking what's up? What else you got?
That's literally not what I was gonna say at all.
Fucking, I'm 24 now. You can't be throwing this shit in my face.
I was just gonna say you've never lived with anybody other than me.
Yeah, and I can tell you gladly that I sometimes don't want to live with you either. So,
hey, well,
you're just as messy as 6 guys.
That's not true. That's not true, you guys. I don't want you to believe that.
Hey, don't believe that. It's true.
Anyways, the house was super fun. It was cool to be able to live with like that many guys, and just like the conversations that naturally come up from that are always like super cool. Like we'd always do this thing where we would go up on the roof and we would all take chairs and we all got pipes and we would smoke tobacco and drink whiskey up there and we'd like have like these like long conversations.
So Matthew would come home on the weekends or sometime and I used to vape back then, so I would vape and I'd be taking these huge hits. Fucking clouds, bro. Fucking straight clouds. Vape Mitch. So and I would do these hits and Matthew would pull out his pipe, start packing it, and then start trying to light it. As I try to light it again, and he would just sit there, and I was like, "Do you understand how like dorky you look? Just like you have one guy vaping, and then Matthew trying to light up a pipe, and then my mom just like not understanding what's going on."
Yes, I'm the one that looked like a dork for doing something that literally has lived on through centuries.
Matt, you should have seen yourself smoking the pipe.
I look fucking badass.
Bilbo Baggins. Not because the height, just because.
Why'd you assume that it was the height?
That's why you're looking at me. He was a hobbit.
Fucking stare at you?
Do you know I was talking about something else too, and Matt immediately thought I was making fun of his
Motherfucker,
height?
you said my length.
He's been sensitive about that recently.
Look at how long Matt is against how long I am. Of course, it's going to take me longer to.
How else am I supposed to take that? That's directly related to my height.
I was emphasizing my height, not your lack of height.
No, and okay, David thinks out loud and just insults people around him.
I'm really bad.
For instance, me and Dalton did just the kindest of things this weekend. We decided, you know what? Let's move our boy and his girlfriend into their new apartment. So Dalton and I hung over as hell. We show up.
We were fucked up.
We deliver.
And
right?
we grinded.
So we get there. David's
I guess we're getting to it now.
David's cool neighbor.
Fuck my birthday.
Your birthday.
We'll get there.
We'll Pulp Fiction this. You know, we'll start at the end. We'll go back to the beginning.
I can never watch a movie full all the way through.
Any movie?
No, just Pulp Fiction.
Why?
It bores me.
Okay.
So good.
Yeah. I want to watch it. I've tried 3 different times.
Then just sit down and watch it.
It doesn't work like that.
You got to watch it with me.
I tried watching things with you before.
How'd that go?
That was, well, if you're talking about Parasite, there was something else going on too there.
Yeah, no, I know. But still.
Such a good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Anyway.
David's neighbor brews beer in his bathtub, so he brought it over to us to try out.
Say that 5 times fast.
Brews beer in bathtub.
That's
easy.
Twice.
Oh, yeah. Can't count.
So he brings it over, so we finally end up, moving David in, and as a celebratory, congratulations, you guys. Like, we had the first drink in the house.
Wait, we're not going to talk about like the whole movie? You're just going to go straight to when you were insulted?
I'm trying to get to a point. We can talk about it all.
He has a purpose.
God, you're ruining everything. Can we start over?
These things are too tight on my arms.
Such a tool. And so I drink it, and it's like a home brewed IPA. Like, it's hoppy, but it tastes good. Like, I enjoyed it. And so I drink it, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just thinking, right? I'm just like, wow, like, this is like super cool. Like, my best friend moved in with his girlfriend. Like, super nice apartment. Like, the whole day leading up to it was eventful. Truly one of a kind experience. And, just like everybody there was super friendly. I was like, this is a cool environment. Like, I'm super fucking excited.
Everyone was really nice.
So I was like, just thinking about like, I'm excited for David and Rachel to like build a life here and go and like do things and like come over and hang out. Like, I'm running through these like just super nice scenarios in my head. And then David's dumbass is all, yeah, I don't really like it. Like, this APA is disgusting. Like, and then he's like, yeah, it's not bad, but it's not good, I don't have my IPA face like Matt does right now. You see how he's going like this? And he starts mimicking my face, and I'm all, motherfucker, I'm sitting here thinking about kind things about you and your girlfriend, and you're sitting here insulting my face, my resting face. Sorry, I'm a mouth breather. I can't close my goddamn mouth, all right?
He looked like Elvis. He had the Elvis snarl, and I was like, that's how I look when I drink IPA sometimes.
Bro, I didn't even look at him. I was so tired.
So then follow that up with talking about how my length is smaller than David's.
But it was about toast bars.
It's about everything, dude. It is what it is. I can't control it.
Can you please just fix your microphone?
Absolutely not. Not so you tell me.
It's pretty bad though. But Monique especially, I like have a really hard time talking to Monique half the time because I just accidentally insult her by asking her questions.
And her and I will both will be ones to be like, what the hell do you mean about that?
I know. But yes, you're right, Dalton. If we're going to Tarantino this the right way, you were hungover because
I'm...
No, you don't get to talk about it. Matt gets to talk about it.
We celebrated Dalton's 24th birthday. Woo. And
yeah.
And it was a weekend binger.
As Seth likes to call it.
Yes. I've had a binger like this in a long time.
He said this is his first binger.
Oh, is that what he said? Oh.
I was like, we did this for 30 days.
I just remember his bounty comments. Whoa, Bounty, so strong. I'm so impressed with Bounty. No, so we have a friend. Do you want?
No, you wanted to talk about it.
I made him talk about it. Now I'm making you talk about it.
All right. So,
how old are you now?
I'm 24. If you guys didn't know, that's 2 plus 5 plus.
No, we got it.
Good. I got lost there for a second.
You did.
Thank you for saving me. Yeah. So our friend Shy Towdy Car Bar 69, she hooked us up with her desert house that her and her family owns. What
is that? A Bible verse?
Car Bar 69.
No. Car Bar, I understand. Is the 69 a Bible verse?
Absolutely. It's the Bible verse of pleasure.
It's just very odd for her to be the one that has 69.
Her actual number is like Car Bar 24 or something.
Oh, okay.
I just say 69 because
it's funnier.
She gets insulted.
She gets mad when we say that.
Yeah, it's funny.
Shotty Towdy, Car Bar 69.
Yeah, Shotty Towdy, Car Bar 69. So, she let us use her Palm Desert weekend house, or whatever you want to call it. 10 bedrooms, bunch of bathrooms. I peed and shit in every single one to make sure they all worked. They all did, and it was fantastic. They have a pool, ping pong tables, like a pool table, a nice picnic table, cool bonfire, tons of wood. It was fun. It was a good time.
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
It was so much fun.
I think a lot of us actually really needed it.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get out of the house for once and to get out of like this tight environment. So, she offered the house for a few days, so we invited a few friends over. And just kind of kept it simple. Just drank, played games.
Got litty titty.
Very litty titty. Not really too much the first night, but the second night got very, very litty titty.
At that point, it was just 6 of you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean,
it was a mess. It was so much fun, though.
It was a blast.
Yeah, it was so much fun. It was cool to just I feel like Dalton at least has a personal story from one of the 2 nights with pretty much everybody there, which is kind of cool. And then the second day, it wasn't supposed to happen, but everybody had left already. And then I don't know what the hell was up with me.
We decided, Matthew was just drinking.
I was on one.
He had 2 bottles of champagne and then
straight from the bottle
and a few shots, and then he blacked out for the majority of the day.
Were you mad that everyone was not a big fan of your burgers? So
no.
You just decided to drink your pain away?
No, not really. It is what it is.
No, but you didn't like his burger?
I loved his burger. I had 1.5 of his burgers.
I thought his burgers were good.
Yeah.
No, let's see. Not that it matters to me, but Rachel didn't eat her burger all the way through. Emily didn't eat her burger all the way through. And then Emily said, my dad doesn't have it this pink on the inside. I'm like, well, your dad doesn't have hair on his chest. All
Seth
right?
and Chelsea didn't even eat his burgers.
Oh, shut up. That's because they're vegan. They brought their own burgers.
How rude. I don't care if you're vegan or not.
No, that didn't bother me. It was my first time, and it was in the dark, so I did what I could.
It was in the dark. We didn't
It's
figure out to
usually
turn the
the
lights
case.
for a while.
It was rough, bro. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But it was truly like just a very a fun and amazing experience. I loved everybody that came. Shut up! Everyone that came to the party to hang out with me.
It was cool to see everybody like relax.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
kinda,
And like,
Were you really relaxed when it was raining and you were jumping in ice cold water?
bro, that
No, I
was
was
one of
very
the
tense.
funnest
It was so fun, though.
experiences. Yeah,
it was so fun.
We all got fairly drunk and decided, hey, let's just jump in the pool. It's raining. It's cold as hell outside. We all were inside with the heater on, and I'm like, let's just do it. So luckily, I brought trunks, just in case for whatever reason, and we all just took off our clothes and just jumped on in.
Everybody was just having fun. Everyone's jumping around. At one point, Seth is just standing on the other side of the pool, jumping up and down. I don't know why. It's in the video.
It's just Seth being
But
Seth.
it was just so much fun. Like everybody just everybody was comfortable and just, I don't know, just had a good time. It was so much fun.
Yeah, I felt very blessed to have those people in my life. So thank you everyone who came. Shy touty to all the homies.
Now, did Matt get drunk enough to maybe show off what should be his finale skills right now?
We did a dance.
I did
dance?
actually.
So we got very drunk and we started dancing. We did like salsa and all this stuff, having a great time. Then we got into like some rap music. And so we like started to get down. I was grabbing Matthew's head and he was going down to the splits, then back up and down to the splits like I was a basketball. And I was like, and Matt's like it was fucking amazing, and he was doing so good. I've never seen everyone so like in shock and like surprised that it was going so well. And he was going fucking up and down. I was like, how is this fucking happening? This is weird as fuck. But it was so funny. It was so. I honestly wish we got that on video, dude. It was amazing, and he was just coming up and down.
I told you I've been working on it, man.
I wasn't even helping him up.
Oh, that's golden.
God, that was funny. That was funny, dude. And I also learned that Seth teaching you how to salsa dance is the most aggressive thing
Yes.
you'll ever have.
He's a handsy guy.
He's a handsy guy. Just pulled me up on his leg. He's like, you feel this? Yeah, this is how you're supposed to dance. And I was like, okay. Very fun. Very entertaining.
Yeah, it was golden. It was great. So much fun.
Yeah.
But it is the last week of January. So...
Am I doing it right
no,
now?
you're
right
not
now?
going to do it right now, but
Okay,
you should
okay.
intro.
So we're going into the 4th week. I technically have until the 31st, and I'm holding that
Well, I didn't have till the 31st to do my
for
Christmas
final
list, so-
pictures. You literally just had to go to Google Translate and just memorize something, Dalton. You made it so complicated.
No,
on
Matt, I
yourself.
actually wanted to try and learn the language.
Oh,
Sue
did
me.
you
I'm not
act-
trying to cheat my listeners.
You
that haven't
actually wanted to
experienced.
learn how to learn the language.
Have you been keeping up with it?
Exactly. No, you haven't. So you didn't actually want to do it. Case in point. Case closed.
Open it.
I know. We need that, don't we?
Yeah.
Why is this messy? What did you do?
What is that noise?
It's probably the lights. I'll get it at the break.
Are they gonna hear that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have till the 31st. There will be a finalized picture and a small video coming along with it. But week 4, I'm so much more comfortable. I'm really close. Like
Yeah, he holds it for a while. I'm very impressed.
I'm really fucking like I'm
But
gonna get it.
I guess now we have to decide what next month's gonna be, right? And is this? Are you doing this? Am I doing this one?
Is it all 3 of us or is it just us?
What do you guys want to do?
I don't care.
Because we can switch, but I know like you're doing the whole moving in thing, and you're just so busy. So I can take this month too, and then you have to do next month.
Why don't we figure out what the things are, and
Can
then
you
while
open
we're
up the-
doing that,
Can you open up the technical document, please, so we know our options?
it is opened up, but we haven't been adding to that.
Well, yeah,
We only needed 12.
I've been busy
We have.
drinking. Got him.
I can't even
Peace and
find it,
knuckles.
dog. We have cold showers, no TV, vegetarian, a poem a day, meditation, tai chi, learning a language, smash a scooter on Dalton's shin. every day.
when we were making this, you wouldn't shut up. It was a noise. I was like, "Fuck you! Smash a scooter on your skin."
Oh. Read a chapter a day, philosophies, and then Da Vinci sleep cycle.
Oh.
Let's have a meeting after this and figure that out because
Yeah.
I don't want to do half of those.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for the poll on Instagram so you guys can vote there.
Oh, yeah, shit.
That was golden.
But anyway, so you're going to get a video of what Matt can do so far right now. And we're back.
What can I say?
Wow.
Impressive, right?
Wow.
Impressive.
How do you do it? We don't know.
If you're on audio, sorry. But
Sorry, guys. You want to hear him do the splits, Matt?
Shit. Okay. Did you get it? All right, I'm setting up.
There you go. You guys heard it happen there, folks.
Basically how it goes.
Matt, does Chuck E. Cheese give you pleasure or pain?
How old am I? Give me
I
an age.
don't know. Why'd you just said that out loud? You just like
Matthew walks in the silence of a room and goes, Chuck E. Cheese, pleasure or pain?
Because as a kid, just a place of pleasure, a place of video games. Like you have so much fun. You can go do all these different things.
You know what it is? That
Parents absolutely hate taking their children there.
They have good chicken wings there.
Everything's sticky. And Chuck E. Cheese, didn't they like take slices of unused pizza and put them together to make whole pizzas?
Yeah.
Is it canon?
That's canon. I think there was a report
I think
that
we
came out
talked
about
about
it.
this, by the way, too. We talked about this.
I think we did too.
Yeah.
We did too.
That's Pizzagate, right?
Absolutely
Oh,
not.
no. That is... Oh, I was talking about that today.
Pizzagate.
Fuck.
That was when Chuck E. Cheese was taking the pizza and then
Nope.
Nope, that's
no.
Pizzagate's a
Pizzagate
whole
is
different story, big guy.
very different.
I'll send you a documentary about it.
a little documentary about it.
It's like an
documentary.
hour and a half long, but it's worth the
But
watch.
what do you guys think? Is Chuck E. Cheese, when you think about that, is that a place of pleasure or a place of pain?
So
I also feel like we're biased in this one because none of us have children.
here's where I'm going with this.
We're all kind of children.
Everyone shut the fuck up. Chuck E. Cheese, pleasure, because I love their chicken wings. Either way, if their pizza, they switch it out, it doesn't matter. Their pizza's always good. I like the shit there. Also, it doesn't matter what age I am. I will always enjoy the colors there. For some reason, just the color and the smell of Chuck E. Cheese gets me excited. I just like the purple and the yellows, and just like it's even till this day, it's still super 90s. If you think about it, like you go, it's like going in a time machine almost. You know, even we went there a few times as a kid, but we were more nickel kids.
Yeah, nickel.
Nickel was so much fun.
Yeah.
I don't know how it was. It was like a cheap date. We were just cheap dates to like Auntie Michelle and stuff.
To go to Nickel?
Yeah, she just like give like $5, and we have a bunch of games to play off of $5.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was
Dope. It was
So
dope.
much fun.
Yeah, and I was like, if you think about it, like it was just the Ninja Turtles game was dope. The arcade one that's like almost impossible to beat.
I could beat it.
We did the Star Wars pod racing one. That was always fun. The one where you get to be the Hoth ride and you get to take down the AT-AT. Is it the AT-ATs?
AT-AT.
That's the AT-ATs.
Yeah, the AT-ATs.
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 AT-ATs. Yeah, I remember that game.
I mean, so that's the question. Are you talking specifically Chuck E. Cheese, or are you talking that kind of place altogether? Because there was Nickel,
What are the
there
ones?
was Dave and Buster's,
Laser Star.
there's Laser Star,
I remember
there
Laser
was
Star.
the dinosaur one that was down the street from my house for a little while. There's John's Incredible Pizza.
John's Incredible Pizza was fun.
Yeah, I think John's Incredible Pizza
Like,
is
those
probably the
are all
one that I
the
went to the
kind of the-
most. No, I don't know. I was just thinking about it. I was like, it's funny how like the two completely opposite views of it were like parents hated taking their kids there because there's a bunch of screaming kids running around, and it wasn't always like super affordable. And then
I mean, it's just.
I have a question.
We got $5, and you made that $5 last
Oh, yeah.
an hour and a half.
yeah, but you get kids like Dalton that would want to do the massive things. You know what I mean?
Then sorry, man, you shit out of luck for the
No,
next
I'm spoiled.
85 minutes.
They spent another $5 on me.
It didn't work like that.
I did whatever I wanted. I was a badass. Here's my question though.
Were you a badass, or you just whine loud enough for your mom to give you more money?
Listen, so I have a scenario. If you guys had your own amusement park, what theme would it be? Do you guys have a theme you want amusement park to be?
Why don't you answer, since you clearly have an answer for this?
His answer
while
is Dalton. Daltopia.
Daltonia.
Daltonia.
No, not at all.
Oh,
So I
what
would
is yours?
I would call it the land of make believe.
I literally thought you were gonna say that because I think that exists already.
Yeah.
Is this because you saw Adventure City and you were like,
What's Adventure City?
that's Matt's new favorite theme park?
Oh, hell yeah! With the little cubs climbing up the walls.
Well, what I was gonna say is I would just be like, okay, I'm gonna bring in a bunch of people, and I'm just gonna have them like take all these clay things and make all these weird shapes, and then turn them into like cool little aliens, and then put them all around the amusement park, and then I'll have David design all the rides and make them like all kind of like space and kind of like a weird alien town, so all dorky looking and all funky looking. Have them like go through roller coasters through that, and even the one thing that I always wanted, and I honestly I just want like in my house are the the teacup ride where you just you get to control it and go as fast as you want in circles, and while it takes you in circles. I always wanted one of those, and I will make it just so lubed up that you can go like 1,000 miles an hour on that bitch.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I can see you doing that.
Yeah, I would just.
I have literally no idea. I've never thought about this.
Take a gander. Take a thought. What do you want? Off the top of your head. 1, 2, 3, go.
Matt Drumm's finance park. You get to ride the stock market as it goes up and down.
That'd be a wild roller coaster.
That's a wild ride, folks.
Wild roller coaster.
Well, thanks for not participating.
No, I'm
next one.
Hold on, I'm thinking. Jesus, it'd be a Jesus theme park.
A dark ride where you go into the cave that he got buried in, and then you just stay there for 3 days, and then you come back out.
Yeah.
Congrats, you did it.
There you go.
Like, Mom, that was the most boring ride ever. I just sat in there for 3 days.
Dalton, dude. Okay, so I got a question for you.
Yeah, whatever.
What do you think? Who do you think is the best bank to bank at?
I mean, I bank with Wells Fargo. I've never banked anywhere else.
Are you happy with them?
I don't know if I should be mad about it. I don't really have
David,
a
what about
preference.
you? What's the best bank to bank
bank?
at? Yep.
What's the best bang for your buck?
The best bank for my buck? United First Bank of my mattress.
All right, for sure. Still, that's old school. I want to pitch a new idea for you and all of our listeners out there.
Oh, we're talking about money.
Shark Tank.
I found this on Twitter. I want to pitch you the first national bank of GameStop. Does anyone else use GameStop as a bank? I got really pissed off with US Bank because I kept overdrafting my account even though I opted out. And the same thing happened with my credit union when I got a debit card. Now, whenever I get paid, I go pre-order a whole shitload of games. Whenever I need money, I go to the nearest GameStop and ask for my money back on a game I don't want and make a withdrawal. The lines are shorter at GameStop than at the bank, and I can trade in old games and have money go straight to my savings account. GameStops are just as prevalent as banks in my town, and I work at a mall, so it's more convenient than running an errand to the bank or using an ATM to get charged or get changed. GameStop people are starting to catch on, but they can't do anything about it because he keeps making sure that he buys the minimum amount of games a year. Would you ever use GameStop as a bank?
I would forget.
I would forget too, and
And
then
you just have 1,000 games?
I get games sent to my house.
That was what I was thinking. I was like, that's really creative, and I'm
No,
so
that's
happy
smart.
that I read
That's
it.
definitely smart, yeah.
But,
Because you could do that with like layaway and stuff too, huh?
yeah.
At like Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I would have never thought about that.
Is that why GameStop stock is going up?
I don't know. I don't think so, but it is going up.
Can you tell us why?
I have no idea.
Neither do I.
Oh, were you going to say something beforehand before I interrupted you?
No.
Yeah, it's just GameStop stock is coming back.
Because a lot of things for instance, Dave & Buster's stock is like...
That makes sense
like shooting up.
because
things are opening, so they're finally going to it,
but
right?
GameStop sold games, which is what people would have been playing during the quarantine.
Exactly.
So why wasn't it going up during the quarantine? A bunch of them closed. Instead, now it's going back up now.
I wonder if they're about to get bought out or about to make a partnership with like an online streaming service.
They have to. That's the only way GameStop will survive.
They tried that at GameFly.
Well, maybe it worked out. Maybe they got somebody else.
GameFly was a service where they ship games to you, don't it?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you see when stocks randomly start rising like that, it's because a bunch of investors that have inside knowledge start to buy the stock and funnel money that way. So it causes things to shoot up. You know?
I don't see how them teaming with a streaming service works because their whole business model is 90% based on used games, which are all physical media.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not even. Maybe they're getting ready to turn away from that and being like, we'll fund a streaming service and you can use the GameStop logo. And then now they sell merch of the streamer at the GameStop. Which, again, is also a brick and mortar thing, so that wouldn't make sense either because it's online. I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is that I saw that earlier this week.
The only way GameStop survives at this point is if they do an online gaming streaming service and they just make it like so available and so easy to use and like cheap. Because that's why I went to GameStop for used games. Like, it was cheaper, you know? So they have to keep that motto, but put it in an online setting.
Did you guys ever hear of anyone going to GameStop to get collectibles or T-shirts or the
GameStop exclusives, you mean?
Yeah.
So the only GameStop exclusive, I don't even know if it's exclusive, it's just where I got it, is when God of War 3 came out.
God of War 3 came out.
When God of War 3 came out, that's all I wanted for my birthday. So,
after that was Ascension, right?
Yeah. So the GameStop edition or the special pre-release edition was I think it was like Pandora's box. Yeah. It was a really, really cool looking box, and it came with like a game, like a figure and stuff like that.
I don't even mean that kind of exclusive. Just like they just started selling
like pop exclusives.
Yeah, like Funko Pops and board games and figurines and
stuff.
I
know that they started doing that when Disney came out with that game where you could buy the like
Disney Infinity and stuff?
Yeah, like not the little amiibo things. And you could hook them up because Monique's youngest brother, Isaiah, he got it. And he had a bunch of the little characters for it and stuff. It was so much fun to play.
Those are dope. Those are dope. I like those. I think that they did well with the collectible stuff. I know, like I only knew about it because I watched a lot of Star Wars collectibles, Star Wars collection videos, and so I would watch like the action figures they collect and stuff. And GameStop exclusive like got some good deals on them, man. Like they have a lot of good stuff, but they're not. Like I said, they're not going to last if they don't do something.
I wonder.
They're just becoming obsolete in a market like this.
I wonder who's going to be the streaming service that challenges Twitch.
They've tried already. Microsoft Mixer tried. Facebook Gaming has tried.
What about Stitch?
Nothing can.
Stitch is podcasting.
Stitcher is
podcasting. Sorry, guys.
It's like
our podcast off.
Twitch is like becoming a giant in the sense of like YouTube.
Juggernaut.
The way YouTube can't be matched.
It's basically a monopoly. I feel like YouTube could do it though. YouTube Gaming. I feel like they have the stream.
They have YouTube Live, but even then, it's not as.
It's not the same, dude.
Do you guys use Twitch often?
I
Dalton uses it every day.
Do you?
I have one screen.
Okay.
I have multiple.
I never think to go on it.
And my like it depends. Some works are totally cool. It's like have something playing on a separate thing as long as you're doing your work. But most aren't.
Yeah. No, I use YouTube Live a lot. Like I have certain people that I follow that will go live every Monday. So I like that's just part of my Monday routine. I log in and watch that.
Going live is a big thing now.
Yeah.
Even with like TikTok. Anyone that's gone viral on TikTok like just goes live every week now.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I got another tech. I'm so popular today, and it's just another Twitch notification that someone's on, and I was like, I can get more Twitch notifications than text messages, but it's okay because it's good for me to know. So I could watch Rocket League when I want. I could watch people play Skyrim. I could watch people play Red Dead Redemption online. That's always funny to watch. Even COD, watching COD players like professionals play, insane.
And what's crazy to me is that like you don't even have to be good. You know what I mean? Like
no.
Like I feel like you know what we should do.
Diddy Kong Racing is so fun to watch. Have you watched Diddy Kong Racing on there? Oh.
We should do a Twitch where you and I play 2-player games.
Yeah.
And then we can just do that.
Yeah. Let's do it.
You guys need to have free time to do that.
That's true.
When do you graduate? End of April.
Coming May.
There you go.
I mean,
I got a deadline. May.
He might have a new job by then. But
May.
Hopefully, I have a new job very soon.
May 4th. For May the 4th be with you. We'll be
gonna be
doing
playing
our first-
Super Bombad Racing.
There we go.
Or Lego Star Wars. That sounds awful.
See, the only problem though is that like
for us too, yes.
Yeah.
it'd be a minimum of 1 hour because I have a feeling I'm gonna get bored.
Oh, maximum of 1 hour.
I'm giving myself a minimum. Once I don't want to. If I'm really enjoying it,
You know what game would be funny to watch us play is Cuphead.
You would get pissed.
Yeah.
I don't understand you. You're saying you're gonna get bored.
It's more for me and
so
not for anybody else. Like I'm giving myself a minimum of 1 hour. That's
like you have to stay
I
on
have
for
to
an
stay
hour.
for an hour.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, this is more for me when I watch this all.
Well, okay. We were going in such a like a mature conversation about like stocks and like the market and stuff.
We are who we are.
And then we jumped out
We
right
are
out of it.
who we are.
And so that's a perfect time for us to go to a break.
Good, I have to pee.
Cut.
Let's do it.
We're back, baby. We've had so many different welcome back segments. We haven't done this one in a while. It's real life D&D. Is my hand freaking you out?
You were doing this. It's real life D&D.
He's doing a ninjutsu.
I wish I knew the Naruto signs that you guys were doing.
Oh, Caleb. We should have Caleb on the podcast only to do the ninjutsu signs, not say anything, and then leave.
We should have him do it as like a form of sign language, and we'll interpret it.
Okay.
You know what? I wonder if that's why he's with Natalie, because Natalie knows sign language, and if he knows Naruto signs,
She can translate.
I know sign language as well. None of those mean anything. So
how do you know sign language?
A, B, C, D.
He wasn't.
Can you spell your name in sign language?
Oh, he actually did. He used to do a Taylor Swift song, and he would like rock out to it.
Yep. I actually have the videos.
He used to sing it in ASL. It's pretty sick. All right, real life D&D.
Real life D&D. This week's is a little different. There's no mystery to solve.
Do you have an intro for this one?
Not yet. No.
We don't need an intro.
We don't need one. I just
we
didn't
go
know
over
if we had
this
one.
every time.
I didn't know if we had it or not. That's all I'm just saying.
For this week's real life D&D, the two of you have managed to secure a spot on the next season of The Bachelorette.
Hell yeah. Wait, is this the one where we're the
No. You're
there's one
two of the
girl.
guys.
Competing.
You're competing.
There's one girl.
Guys are such
For the
idiots
girl.
when it comes to like trying to get women's attention.
When it comes to love.
So now,
All right.
all right. So first thing, I'm just gonna run you through the season. I've been watching Bachelor, so I've been working up my milestones. Finding out what happens every single season.
Right on.
So first thing, when everyone's got their like little bio thing.
Yeah.
What do you put for your occupation?
Do I have to tell the truth?
No, there's a girl on this one whose occupation is queen. So I'm going to go
Nice.
ahead and let you pick whatever you want. But usually you want to try and make it something nice.
Fuck. This is a lot of choices.
Matt, what would you
I'm
put?
gonna be a self-proclaimed thousandaire.
Thousandaire?
Yeah.
All right.
You know.
That would probably
accurate.
put you in the
Yeah.
villain role pretty quickly.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, so I'm thinking you have a look, right? Like everybody has a look.
Yeah.
Like I know I come off as a pretty boy, so I'm gonna stick with that, right? I'm Dalton Drumm, I'm the pretty boy, but I also am a Star Wars enthusiast.
Uh-huh.
Now, that gives her both sides. Because one, she's like, oh my gosh, I get this hunk of a man. But he also is a nerd. And it brings safety and danger at the same time.
Is
right?
is liking Star Wars being a nerd though?
Okay,
Everybody
no.
fucking likes Star Wars.
You said yourself it's pretty mainstream last week.
Okay, instead of Star Wars enthusiast, you could say like I am a anime enthusiast.
You watch it in English. You are not
So
an
you
anime
want your
enthusiast.
you want your
Shut up.
That is true. You want your
You're not.
occupation to
Shut
say Dalton Drumm, 24, weeb,
What is
Ontario, California.
What's weeb?
That's the anime nerds.
Oh, really? That's what they're called?
We've gone over this
I
before.
feel like we have been over this. Yeah. And I would say that. So she gets a little bit of the nerdiness, so she knows that because Because when it comes,
You're really banking off your looks to balance this out, aren't you?
the looks will definitely balance this out. I have no doubt in my mind.
You're such a cocky ass.
I know. And she'll be like, oh my gosh, like he has both sides that I want. Like I want to make sure I feel safe, but also like that I feel like, you know, there's a little danger on the side because, you know, he could do something. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Boom.
Okay, so realistically, yours would probably say insurance salesman, and yours would probably say right now it would say student,
Yeah.
or it would say IT security analyst.
Oh,
I don't know.
no, it would say local IT guy.
Local IT
Well,
professional.
you would get to make it look. You would get to put it in the most professional thing. All right, so
Local IT guy.
Local
you
IT
guys
guy.
have your thing now.
Just imagine you being really sweaty.
Like going anywhere.
Every first night, each contestant gets to show up in a limo or show up in a way that they choose to make their first impression when they meet the Bachelorette.
I know it.
How do you make your first impression? How do you make your intro onto the show?
Okay. So I have 2 paper cups, the line in between it. I open up the window just a little bit and just to my face. I throw the paper cup as hard as I can at her face, right? She gets it, falls on the floor in front of her. She picks it up and she's like, oh my God, this is so cute. She puts her ear and I go, is your refrigerator running? she goes, what? No. And I'm like, well, then you better go catch it. And the line doesn't hit.
Yeah.
It doesn't hit. But to me, it's 10. Because now she's like, oh my God, this is a funny guy. This guy is funny and he's coming to say hi to me now. But little does she know, I tell her, okay, now you say a joke back. And then I wait for her to say a joke. Because now I'm keeping her on her toes. Now she doesn't know, okay, so are we just going to keep doing this forever? This is kind of stupid. And oh, yes, very stupid. But this is letting her know that she's never going to understand what the fuck is going on in my head.
You're Willy Wonka-ing her.
I'm Willy Wonking the fuck out of her, right? So then,
I don't know what that means.
I thought about it. I was like, what does that look like?
No, when Willy Wonka walks out of the factory for the first time, he's limping on his cane. And then he gets to a certain point, and then he forgets his cane, and then he stops, and then he does a somersault, and then he comes up all perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And Gene Wilder said he'd do that so that the audience would never know whether Willy Wonka was serious or not about what he was doing.
And that's a beautiful thing. I love that. Also, I wouldn't use a cane because I don't like canes, but
You love canes.
I love Cane's chicken. I love Cane. Maybe I should do that too. Maybe, yeah, you know what? We do the phone thing, goes on. She thinks it's funny. She giggles. She's like, oh my God, this guy's funny. He's a little nerdy and he's hot. Dime. Perfect package.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm also like 5'7". And everybody, we all know this. On The Bachelor, if you're under 6 foot, you're like the first or second guy out.
So I'm the first one out the door?
Maybe. And then I'm next, if anything. So, I come into this knowing that all I have to give is my personality because I don't have the height difference, So I come out of that car and I'm wearing a sparkly burgundy tuxedo with a Speedo on top of the pants. Now, this is going to set me apart from everybody else because she will remember that. Right? You remember how they say in interviews, like when you have an interview and they go, what animal could you be? And my mom always told me to pick the weirdest fucking animal. So I've said whales, I've said a Libra, I've said a guitar, just shit like that.
And he's gotten one job, you guys,
and it hasn't worked. But you just gotta stand out. So I would make sure she remembers that. She's like, oh my God, this guy's so funny. He has all the qualities I want in a man. And so then I would walk out and I would show her while I was walking to her, I would pull out my Viking axe. So she knows that I'm kind of Viking.
You're doing all the first impressions.
I'm pulling out all the cards.
Longest walk up to the door.
Also, I'm walking in slow motion, right? And I'm making the noise.
All right, well, we're gonna.
So finally, I get up to her,
okay,
and she looks at me, and she goes, "Who are you?" And I go, "Hi, I'm Dalton, motherfucking Drumm. What's your name, beautiful?" And she goes, "Oh, Tabitha." And I'm like, The fuck is up, Tabitha? Not me. What's up, bitch? And I walk inside. Mind blown. I don't even kiss her. I don't hug her.
Am I before or after this?
Matthew's right after.
No. There's a couple people in between. You're after.
I'm after.
No. You're before. I'm not gonna let you base your intro off of him.
I feel like I could follow that up though.
Okay.
Because
okay.
she's just
if
gone through.
If it's not, hey, that dumbass that came before, that was my brother.
No. She's clearly.
You gotta do this yourself. This has to be your intro.
All right, here we go. You ready? I'm gonna pull up in the back of this limousine. I'm gonna get out in a really nice navy suit. I'm gonna walk up.
Trip.
I'm gonna give her a hug, kiss on the cheek. I'm gonna say, "Hi, I'm Matthew Drumm. I'm looking forward to getting to know you a little better."
Oh my
I'll walk
god!
inside.
Just put a cock in your mouth, don't you?
Dude, you know what's gonna happen, right? You know what's gonna happen?
He was nice. He was so nice.
She's gonna be like, "Wow, that first guy with the speedo and
gave me an entrance, gave me thrill, gave me excitement."
You don't think she's gonna?
No. Hold on, let me finish.
Okay,
let me finish. She's like the guy with the speedo over his. That's not somebody I want to like. Family's so important to me. Then like I have like little like nieces and nephews that like to be the center of attention. I don't think this guy could not be the center of attention. I don't want him to steal my niece's second birthday party. Okay, I have a lot to think about. And then she goes inside.
First of all, Matthew's so boring. No woman will remember that. He wouldn't even stand out at all. Like Matthew, have you ever watched The Bachelor or Bachelorette?
I've seen.
You would know if you watched it that they have a funny little joke or a little like pickup line that they say when they first meet the person. Instead of just being like, "Nice to meet you," give a pickup line. Do something. So I want you to redo your entrance. Still just as boring as the last time. Give a pickup line.
You know what? Too, I can see Dalton because all of the people who have already shown up watch all the rest of them. I could see Dalton getting pissed at you just walking up, hugging and kissing her on the cheek and running out and going, "No, Matt, nuh-uh, get back in the limousine."
And then
redo it.
But see, that's...
No, I want you to
this
really
is the
redo
thing.
this.
This is the thing, is I do that, he runs out and starts trying to control the way that I live my life. Red flag. Center of attention, stealing away from her niece.
Not at all.
And then trying to control somebody else's entrance the way that I thought would be fitting to introduce myself to possibly a future wife. He felt that he needed to control issues.
Okay, hold on. I would never.
All right.
I would never do that in a million years. I would not control you.
All right.
What I'm saying is, I want you to have I want this to be interesting for the podcast, and yours was so fucking boring.
No, it was interesting because of its connection to you.
Don't be connected to me. You don't know me. You don't know that I exist right now.
Before, say, Dalton comes out and yells at you.
Okay.
I do not come out yelling at all.
Do you guys let people know? Do you make it known that you are brothers?
No, we walk in and pretend to see each other for the first time and be like, and then
it's so over exaggerated. Who are you?
But then we don't we see each other and then we kind of acknowledge each other, but we don't say anything. Like we make it seem like there's a rift.
You look different enough to not be brothers, and they don't have last names on these shows.
Oh, really?
So it would be Matt and Dalton would be fine. You might be Matt D.
Yeah, there's a lot of Matts. No, I wouldn't let it be known. I would reveal it as a secret later on that I would have to tell her and the producer because it was on my guilty conscience because I'm such an honest and trustworthy guy. Unlike my belligerent Speedo wearing,
I just wanted to give her a show that she would remember.
First cocktail party. This is when the girl goes and meets everyone and the people are meeting each other. How do you guys... There's 28 other guys in this house now also competing for this girl. How do you guys introduce yourselves? How do you guys interact with them first night?
With the guys?
Yeah.
I walk up and I go, "Hey, do you guys like Fireball?" And they all kind of look at me. And they don't really say yes or no. And I go, "That guy over there likes Fireball." And then Dalton's fucked because he can't say no to taking a shot with anybody, right?
Yeah.
So they all go over and "Hey, you guys want to you guys want to take shots?" Dalton's like, "Oh yeah." And next thing you know, he's on the table ripping his Speedo off, swinging it around because he's had so many shots of Fireball.
Okay. What's funny about this is Matthew's thinking about ways to take me down, and not thinking about the concept of this.
That would literally be my only goal.
So I respect every time the first person that says, "Hey, do you want to go talk?" I respect that person the most. And every time they have that episode,
that takes the girl away.
It takes the girl first.
So you'd be that.
I would do that immediately.
Does that person win?
I don't know. Sometimes, not all the time, but like there's the thing that I'm saying.
You don't know. You've watched one episode and you hated it.
Shit.
I know enough to know that.
So what I'm saying is,
the people you don't think about.
You first. You're no matter what. Whoever is the first one to take the girl, all the other guys are gonna hate no matter what. But I can win them over easily. Yeah. I know I can talk to the dudes and we'll be cool, right? That's not a problem to me. But I have to make sure that she knows that I am here for her.
Well, she would know from your entrance.
No, that's not enough. But I would show her, yeah, like she saw my crazy. She saw my crazy side. She saw the fun side. She saw the dorky little side. And she had a great time. But now I'm gonna show her the nice side, the calm side, the side that not everyone sees of Dalton, right? So I would have these conversations with her. We get really deep into the conversation. And then, naturally, when time settles and everything passes, somebody else comes and asks to talk to her, and that's it. I've made my point. I've done everything I can. Now I can get fucked up. You know what I mean?
All right. Do you steal her away from... Do you wait for her to have some free time? Or do you intrude on someone else's time and try and take her?
Don't make this about me. You're just your own person.
I'm not. You conceited asshole.
You keep thinking about how to destroy me.
To be fair, you spent the entire time talking about how you're going to take Dalton down.
Well, with an entrance like that, how could I not?
All right, now you're on this for you.
Literally, what I would do is I would wait. I would wait. No rush.
Not everyone gets to talk to her that first night. Okay.
I know. Opportunity presents itself to those who wait. So I would wait.
Not on this rope.
So then when I felt that the time was right, if I had to steal it from somebody, then I would. But I would like to wait till she was kind of not necessarily by herself, but maybe on her way to go get another drink, right? I would be like, oh, hey, can I steal a minute of your time or whatever? Get her off to the corner, right?
Sales pitch.
Walk over, right?
Let me give you my elevator pitch. My name's Matt Drumm.
I've been working on this.
You want to sell?
Do you like insurance?
No, but then I would get to know her. I would ask her, I would try and think of stereotypical questions. I feel like everybody wants to know everyone tries to get too personal too quick, and I feel like that's kind of not necessarily a turn off, but it can be off-putting. But I don't know. To be honest with you, I trust myself enough in building relationships with people pretty quick that I would just do what I normally do and just
What would you ask him?
I don't know. It's situational, dude.
You said you had a pitch. You just need 1 minute of her time.
You just assumed that I had a pitch.
You said, hey, can I have 1 minute of your time? If you have to give her 1 minute of your time, what would you say in that 1 minute of your time?
I would honestly probably just be is this weird for you? You have all
asking
these guys
about
fighting.
Her experience?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I would want to know more about her. And all I would do is I would give probably zero information about myself. And by doing it, the way that I would do it is whatever she would say when she would pause, she says her sentence, I would just repeat the last couple words of her sentence. And when you say that, it implies that she hasn't finished stating what she's going to state. And then she would continue talking. I do this all the time.
But then she doesn't. But then she walks away with no knowledge of
you. She walks away with no knowledge.
Kind of memory. No, she knows she talked to someone that was really nice to talk to.
But Matt,
but then she sits there and she realizes she's like, oh, but I don't know anything about him. Curiosity.
It's a gamble,
David.
It's a gamble.
I'm a gambling man, David.
Question, David. So, if we go through this night,
have
our first round. Yeah,
first impression rose goes to someone else. Neither of you guys did a good enough job to get the first impression rose, but you both got roses. You stayed in.
Oh, I was gonna ask. From your point of view, who would stay and who would go if it was me or Matthew?
For the sake of the podcast, you both made it.
No, but if you were the girl,
he needs to win.
You would probably both get kicked off first night. If I was a girl, I think I'd come away from that and be like, I feel like I talked about myself. I don't know him, and then it's up to do I want to 50-50. Or do I have 27 other guys, some that I got to know a lot better and I feel like I have a solid connection with? I didn't feel that connection. Sorry, bye. And then the other one being this guy is a giant red flag. I'm not here.
This man has some issues.
If Dalton stayed you would have to question yourself on whether she kept you or the producers kept you.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that.
I would never survive in one of these shows, to be quite honest with you.
You both make it.
Okay.
The next day,
right on.
Matt gets picked for the group date.
Hell yeah.
Can we not sleep in
And
bunk
Dalton.
beds? Can we not sleep in bunk beds?
Yeah,
Hey,
you all
you're
have
not
to
allowed
sleep-
to talk to me.
You all have to sleep.
We're sleeping in bunk beds. I don't know who you are. We just have to.
And Dalton gets the one-on-one. So first, Matt's gonna go on the group date,
What's the group date?
and let's say
I don't know. Go eat chilaquiles in the morning.
it's
Chilaquiles.
axe throwing because
Sounds good.
this is a girl that like does a lot of physical activity.
Okay. All right.
But all of the pictures are of all of her like ex-boyfriends. Those are on the targets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then some of them, like you throw at all her ex-girlfriends, and then you have to pick a couple of her ex-boyfriends, and then you have to pick a couple of your ex-girlfriends that she has to throw at.
Okay. All right.
And then from then on,
This
you
is
guys.
Monique.
But then during that, one of the guys on the group date is just like mercilessly is like making fun of everyone's ex-girlfriend pictures.
No. Make fun of Mel. Like kick
And
her
like
ass.
goes super hard on yours.
Uh-huh.
What do you do?
How do you settle that score?
What do
dude?
I do when he goes like in like really hard?
Yeah. And then even like when you're having your personal time with her on the group date, he still like butts in to like start making fun of your ex-girlfriends and like fun of you and stuff.
So he's trying to show his dominance.
Yeah. What would I do? I would just look at him and be like, do you have this strong opinions about all women that you meet? You just make all these assumptions based off of pictures?
Nice.
Like, you got to, like, twist it back to him, you know? Like,
Nice.
he's looking at pictures and basing it as if these are just stereotypical women and not, like, individuals themselves. So that's all I would do.
Nice. He's making them objects.
Mm-hmm.
How would you pick? So if it was one picture, how would you pick? What would you be your risk assessment for which ex-girlfriend you pick?
I don't understand the question.
Yeah, I don't understand either.
So if you had to pick one of the pictures of your ex-girlfriends to take on that show to go, how do you pick which one it is? You don't have to tell me which one you pick, but how would you pick which
Would
one
you
you
pick
take?
a good one? Would you pick a bad one? Would you pick a picture of like her doing something or because and the picture she's gonna see is gonna cause questions that she's gonna ask about that scenario.
Yeah.
So you have to think about what she's gonna ask you.
I would pick one that would bring up like a good memory of like a time that we had. Like I wouldn't want it to be like
I would do the same thing,
I wouldn't
yeah.
want it to be like a negative thing.
Of course not.
Because like most people that speak negatively of their exes aren't necessarily over them. You know what I mean? And I feel like when you speak to somebody who's like truly moved on, like they can speak about things in a very neutral point of view where it's like, no. In that picture, we were happy. But and then, this, and this, I wasn't, I'm a human. I'm not perfect. I made these mistakes. But on the same token, like, we were really good friends and these things just didn't work out. And it just ended up being like that. I would want her to get to know, like me in that situation. Because then it can show a couple of things. It can show, like, I'm rational, thought out. Like, I'm able to, like process these different types of things. And, like, deliver it in a way where it's, like, there's no attachment issues to it,
Mm-hmm.
I can talk about it without crying.
All right. You do a good job.
I like
Hell
that.
yeah.
That's
And
good.
you take that guy down so well, she gives you the group date rose. So now like you're solid
dude,
for sure.
Nice.
All right. Dalton, for you, they let you plan your own one-on-one date. So what do you do for this girl?
Do you pick her outfit?
She's a physical girl. She does value her family and her own brothers.
Sure she does, David. Sure she does.
And she loves the beach.
She loves the beach.
Yeah.
Easy. We go extreme. What's it called? You know what? This is a good.
You have the budget of ABC's The Bachelorette, so you can do whatever you want.
So I think what we do is something very simple. Very simple. We just
Rent a helicopter. You cannot tell me you have the budget of ABC and you don't do something absolutely. If you tell me you just have a picnic on the beach and a football to throw on the beach, I'm going to slap you.
I was gonna say that.
Yes, you were.
I was gonna say we go speedboat racing.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Speedboat racing.
So I
sign
tell
the
her.
check.
So she comes onto the dock, and I go, "Hey, What's up, beautiful? Give her a hug, kiss on the cheek, right? Opening the kiss on the cheek thing, because it's gonna be hug, done. Very simple.
You don't think she's gonna see you kiss your cheek and go, oh dang, that's like that one guy who didn't say anything except kiss me on the cheek and say, hey, how are you doing?
No, because she sees me and she goes, she has so many other memories of me already at this point that she doesn't even think about anybody else.
Yeah.
She's like, wow, this is the guy that had the Speedo, that did the cup thing. I have a list. She's already bombarded with thoughts of me, right?
Uh-huh.
And now she has that. She has the calm side of Dalton. And now she's going to see the fun side of Dalton. The side that is, slightly competitive. Will fuck you up, but also, we'll have fun. Mm-hmm. So I go, hey, you see that island over there? And she goes, yeah. And I go, we're going to race there. And I was like, and then at the island is a whole picnic set up on the beach. Beautiful, right? So then I go, all right, 1, 2, 3, go. And so I book it to my boat. And she goes to her boat and we race. I beat her ass, of course, because I'm fast as fuck. And so little does she know, I tested out the boats and I got the faster one because I need to win.
You need to win.
Yeah. So we stop, we go have the picnic. Boom, we connect. We eat. What do you eat on beaches? Like fucking like pina coladas and
macaroni
fucking
salad.
What do you? Okay, do you tell the producers your situation?
I have dietary restrictions,
and they say, "Too bad, she's gonna pick the food, so you need to tell her." Do you tell her?
Yes, I have no problem letting anybody that I meet that I have IBS and I have a lactose intolerant.
Okay.
I severely lactose intolerant.
But only for certain foods that he thinks he does.
No, for a lot of food.
Okay.
And so I will let them know that. So, and also like, I don't think like, I'll tell her like, hey, like, I'm just letting you know I have some dietary issues. So if I run off, just know I'm not scared of you. I'm just going to go take a quick shit. And she'll be like, oh my God, you're so funny and honest with me. I love it. So boom, winning right away. Right. So we have a great date. We have great conversation and she gets full, happy belly, plenty of like pina coladas to fill her day up with. And then boom, we just come back from the date and she had a good time. Because I can have some good conversations with people.
I know you can.
I trust myself.
All right, well, we're going to skip ahead. First question, though. If and when do you tell her that you are falling in love, or you're falling in love with her, or you didn't think you would be, but you could see yourself falling in love with her?
When?
Yeah, there's 8 weeks to this competition. 8 or 9 or something like that. If and when do you say that?
Depends. How hard am I vibing?
Hard.
So hard.
Hard?
She like
how many roses have you gone through?
She like vibed off of your insane intro.
Good. So she's liking what I'm doing. How many roses have I gotten at this point? Have I gotten any group roses? Have I stood out?
No, I won them.
You got the one-on-one rose.
I have so many. I'll make her a bouquet out of all of them.
You got the one-on-one rose, and you've had some like hardcore conversations, but no other roses. Like you, besides like rose ceremony roses.
But I've been consistently there.
Yeah, like you have an inside joke with her now, and like you've made out a couple times already.
Oh fuck. Okay, so I would say probably the 5th week.
5th week.
5th week is good.
Okay, that's about halfway through.
That's about most of the way through. It's calm. She knows who I am. I know who she is. We've talked about some serious stuff. We had some fun. We have memories together. It's around that time because I honestly, you have to do it at some point, including in the show. You have to do it at some point,
Matt?
I do it right before Dalton does it. No, I do it like week 6, like later on, where like I want there to be a question of like, does he see me in that way? Does he love me? Like, is that like a possibility? And then 2, I feel like the later you do it, like, the more thought out it is, because if you throw it out week 3, you barely know each other.
Yeah.
All right. In this entire show, it's 12 weeks. So
who wins? Who wins, David? Who wins?
No, you've made it. You've both made
final
it
2
to the final 4, which means hometown visits.
Oh.
So let's say you haven't told anyone yet, and now she's like, all right. And now she's like, all right, I'm going to Matt's hometown first. Somehow he was first. And they keep you apart. So how do you make that hometown? Do you choose to make it a joint hometown date, or are you gonna take their offer and keep it separate?
Ooh, that puts Matthew in a sticky situation.
Why?
It puts more of you. It puts both of you.
He has to explain it.
No, because
fine.
she could have the entire hometown visit with him, and everything be fine, and not realize until your turn, and then she's like, "Wait, this is the same place."
She's gonna be like, "Oh, you lied to me. You do have a brother."
When did he say that he didn't have a brother?
I would want to be the one to tell her. If I wanted to win this thing, I would be the one to tell her.
I want to win. I would do joint.
You would go to Matt and be like, Matt,
let's
do a joint one.
Yeah, because we would sit her down and we both go, look, listen, Tabitha, we're really into you. We think you're a great person, but we do have to break the news to you that we are brothers, and Matthew is in love with me.
Wait, what?
She'll go in love with me. I'm like, yeah, brotherly love. You don't understand that? You don't understand brotherly love?
She's like,
whoa. I don't even do the home visit after
I'm kidding.
She's like, yeah, I'm in Philadelphia. I get it.
So we have the joint date.
What do you do on your joint hometown visit?
So we take her.
They come home
to Roscoe's. Because we'll come here and be like, she'll be like, where's your dad? And we'll be like, what time is it? Be like, it's 4:00. Let's go to Roscoe's.
It's like, how do you make it work? Because you know your mom's gonna want to meet this girl.
We don't tell either one of them. We go, so you're gonna meet our gym friends first, because we forgot to tell our mom and dad that you were coming. So she goes meet her gym friends.
You pull the family as the friends of the family you choose card.
The reason why I did that is only because I'm just testing the waters out with how our situation is going to work in like a setting where we kind of do take a lot of those people as family. So they're some are protective, some are like curious, some will talk a lot, some won't. They'll watch, and just kind of getting an understanding of how we're going to vibe in the situation when they meet our parents, when she meets our parents, right? Mm-hmm. So then after the testing thing goes, then we'll be like, hey mom, hey dad, let's get dinner, boom, and they just dive right in. I don't know how that situation could turn out at all, actually.
I wouldn't want to do it together. I'd want to do it separately, but Dalton we have to be there the entire week. That
you act as each other's brother when they go to meet the family. It's like oh, this is my mom, this is my dad, this is my brother Dalton. You know him already.
No. I'd walk into the house, and be like, Dalton, you need to go to your room. And Dalton will go to his room, and then
why the fuck would I listen to you?
Oh, you're not listening? So you have a hard time with authority? Interesting. Interesting.
All right, well.
Why does that make me so mad right now when he said that?
Mad? You got anger issues too?
Let's say you somehow both make it past hometowns. And now it's you two and one other person.
Matthew, both
you made it to Fantasy Suite week.
All right.
How do you handle Fantasy Suite night?
Will you explain it to me? Because I have no idea what that is.
You can either each have it. You have a date, and then you can either each go back to your place, or they give you a single suite in like some kind of extravagant location with no cameras, no anything. One night of privacy for just the two of you at this point, like week 10 or something.
Yeah.
Is this like an option? I feel like you only choose one. I feel like there's only one answer here.
I know the answer that I want, but
yeah,
which is
hanging out with Dalton.
Maybe I just drink all night. What are you talking about?
So she goes home, and then we take the fantasy suite.
We take the fantasy suite. We party it up.
No, you definitely take the fantasy suite.
I see Matthew with some fireballs and tequila. Bro, you gotta go.
But do you sleep with her?
Fuck yeah.
If she if the mood is there,
she's like down.
Yeah, then yeah.
If she's down, why not? You know what I mean?
All right, and then after Fantasy Suite, she unanimously decides that neither of you are good enough.
Dang.
Now, and she goes with the last person. So you made it to the final three.
It was a fun ride. You know, I was counted out early, but you know, I'm glad that I was able to experience that and get to know someone for who they truly are. You know?
Matt gets chosen for his quality character. Matt gets chosen as the next Bachelor.
Hey.
And Dalton gets put on Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's more fun than fucking The Bachelor.
All right.
It's funny watching. Have you watched Bachelor in Paradise before?
It's like Love Island.
Yeah, people slowly get fatter and fatter because there's just nothing else to do
drinking.
there. Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a long one, but we're into our bi-weekly segment.
1, 2, 3. The boys' room.
Why are you yawning?
Our advice
tired, bro.
corner. So we'll go straight into
You're
it.
right. I'm awake now. That worked.
My boyfriend compares me to his mother.
Hell yeah.
Am I right for feeling upset that he compares me to his mother?
Absolutely.
I'm 19 years old and 6 months pregnant. And today I was telling him how tired I am. He then went to say, how come when my mom was pregnant with me, she took care of my brother, cleaned, cooked, and worked full time?
Holy fuck. What is this guy's problem?
Oh, he's got a death wish.
Which made me feel really bad about myself. I honestly don't really believe that because he always said she didn't cook and she didn't work until he got older. He always switches up his narrative. But it still made me cry, and he's always comparing me to his mom, saying she's his number one woman in his life.
What the hell?
When I was sick in the hospital going through surgery, I seen her text him, don't call her, call me, like as if she was jealous of him caring about me. His mom was also in her late 30s when she had him. I'm only 19 and he's 28. I went on to compare him to my dad, saying my dad woke up at 4 a.m. every day, working construction, came home and still took me and my sister out every day, then would go build our house, tree house probably, after until the night, and then wake up at 4 a.m. and do it over again. He got angry and said, well, that's why he's deported. So I know he didn't appreciate it either. How am I supposed to deal with never being good enough to him and living up to his mom's expectations?
Fuck. All right. Well, they need to learn how to handle their emotions better and stuff.
Well, she's 19 and he's 28.
Yeah, that's
okay. So homeboy has some mommy things he has to go through.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes mommy issues can be a gift and sometimes a gift and sometimes a burden. But in this, he needs to have mommy issues because
I just feel like there's attachment issues.
Yeah, number one woman in his life. I mean, I love my mom.
Yeah, me too.
I love her to death.
Absolutely.
She's awesome.
She's great.
But if you have a girl you're having a baby with or a woman that you're having a baby with and you are going to be a father,
your priorities have to change. You know what I mean?
You're not mama's little boy. You're going to be a dad. Figure your shit out, dude. Like, that's just, wow.
But like, I also don't understand the comparison thing because it's like, they're clearly different people.
Yeah.
Like it'd be one thing if it doesn't sound like she's not doing it. She's growing a child in her stomach. It sounds like she's active. Like it'd be one thing if she was just sitting down complaining the whole time. You know what I mean? But it doesn't sound like she's doing that. Yeah, I just think that like at some point there's an attachment that to your parents that has to kind of be severed.
Yeah, I feel like he just doesn't have a filter. And bro, when you're 28 and you're getting a 19-year-old pregnant, first of all, the age gap. That's a whole different story. Sometimes age gaps work. Sometimes.
Yes, but I also think that it depends on the age. 38 to 48 seems like a very small gap than 18 to 28. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
like just because those are two very different life experiences, like so much changes from 19 to 28 as opposed from 28 to 29 or 28 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's just so big.
It's just interesting how he talks about his mom and then what even change up stories so he seems like he just is
he doesn't seem happy.
He's not happy at all.
Yeah.
She's updated and said, I was forced to be with him by my mom because he has money. She would physically fight me when I tried to leave him, kick me out, make my life hell. She moved him into our house without asking me because she wanted rent money from him and would always invite him over and monitor her.
This woman is surrounded by terrible people.
Yeah, she needs to
terrible human beings. So I'm figuring like sometimes it's interesting. Sometimes people when they're surrounded by trash, they just kind of learn how to live with trash instead of walking out on it.
Mm-hmm.
and it's super unfortunate. I see it pretty often, and people just don't know how to get out of that because it's just how they've lived.
And I think too, like we've talked about it before, how it's like it's the like maybe not subconsciously, but it's like what they think that love is. Like they think that that's normal.
Yeah.
So they don't know that anything's wrong. It's like that abusive boyfriend relationship, like whether that's emotionally abusive, where it's like they go to like date somebody else or whatever. Like they don't leave because in some weird way they grow dependent on that.
That's a sign of them caring as they see it. It doesn't make sense, at least to me.
Yeah. I
think that she needed a way to get out, but she's also maybe just doesn't understand that's not how she should be treated or should be loved, So it definitely goes both ways on that one. Definitely, fucked up for the mom in general, fucked up for the boyfriend to do those things and say those things to her.
And how do you fucking throw in that like the dad's deported?
And she's 19 years old.
That's clearly, that probably happened soon or recently.
She's vulnerable.
That's fucked.
She's very vulnerable.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
Very vulnerable state.
And I don't like that guy.
Fuck that guy. Fuck that mom.
All right, next one. This guy doesn't want to pursue a relationship unless we have sex first. He says that he doesn't want to be in a relationship with bad sex. So he's given me more attention and conversations than I've ever experienced in my life. Emotional connection is for sure there, and they have lots in common, always laughing and enjoying life together. We've been talking hours on end for like 7 months. We never run out of things to talk about.
Good.
I connected when I saw him in the store one day, and ever since then we've been talking nonstop. We have the same religious views. Both don't want kids. Both are adventurous, share the same sense of humor. He's successful, attractive, and the only guy I've really been into since my divorce 2 years ago. Only difference is I don't believe in having sex before being in a committed relationship because I don't want the guy to get sex or whatever and then bail once he got that. I feel like holding off is a good way to prevent yourself from being used. He said he started off all previous relationships with having sex first and then went on dates and did romantic stuff and ended up being official. He said he definitely isn't spending a ton of money on a huge diamond only for the sex to be bad. He says he needs to be
he needs to
make sure it's all there physically and emotionally before making that commitment.
Married or in a relationship?
It sounds like they're on two different expectation wavelengths.
So I think it's okay to want to wait to have sex.
Absolutely.
That is perfectly fine. That is her choice, but she can't expect everyone to understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I can understand the guy's point of view, but at the same time, like, sex is an act that can always be improved upon as long as it's willing on both sides.
Yep.
So even if it is bad sex, if you have that communication on point, it can always get better. You can only go up. You know what I mean? It's just that type of scenario. It seems like she is writing that out, and I bet you when she wrote that out, she realized we're not on the same page like I thought we were.
Yeah.
Because talking for 7 months, and she's like, I don't want to give him sex and have him go away. If he's been talking to you nonstop for 7 months, you think he's just gonna walk away because you guys have sex? Then she has more issues than just that, because she just is putting him against all these other people that have done that to her in the past. She's not giving him that proper chance. And if he's put in this effort, she should notice that and do what she wants from that extent, right? From that, and move forward from that point of view. But don't hold back and say that all these other guys have fucked me and left. So what if he does the same thing? If he's different like she says he is.
So would you define, okay, because this sounds a little dicey. Are you saying them talking for 7 months on end and stuff like that, you would liken that to being in a committed relationship?
I just mean like he's obviously putting in the effort that she wants.
But it's maybe just not labeled correctly. They haven't put a label on it or anything.
Yes. She sounds confused even when she's writing it.
Like 7 months on end of talking, you would say is a relationship. But this guy is saying, no, it's not a relationship because we haven't had sex yet.
Yeah, I mean, and that point of view also, like I said, sex can always be improved upon. But, I think they both can't stop talking, but they also aren't talking about the right things at this point. If you're 7 months in and you aren't talking about why this connection isn't happening, there's something very wrong. There's something that they're both avoiding at the same time. And, like we always say, communication is key.
I think sexual compatibility is very important.
It is very important.
But I don't think that it's, like Dalton said, it's not something that can't be fixed if it's not there at first. You know what I mean? But it sounds like they're on different pages, because I don't think that sex should be a precursor into a relationship. And if that is important for one party, one person, that's okay.
Yeah.
But on that same token, it's okay for it to be not a deciding factor for the other person. And I think that they both need to respect that. And it sounds like it sounds like she really wants to be in a relationship and he really wants to have sex. And so he's like, oh, you must want that more than I want this, so I'm going to hold on, and this is my negotiation tool in order to get that, right? But I don't know. I just think that it's something that can always be improved upon. So I think that, I don't want to be in a relationship with bad sex is, my head would immediately go to, like, if you're not willing to work on being sexually compatible with me, what else aren't you willing to work on in other areas?
Yeah, and
because that's the fun part to work on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, I don't want to be in a relationship with bad sex, and I was like, well, so you've had sex before and it hasn't been good, but you're not trying anything new. You're not testing things out. You're not having that communication with your partner.
Yeah,
like it comes down to you too, dude. Like you might not be that good like you think you are.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I think that it's a huge communication problem. And if that's how she feels, good. Stick to your guns, because,
hold on to that shit, man. I can agree with that, but also, like, fucking talk about it.
Yeah, like at least, like, people that, like, hold these views or have their values and they hold them so strong that, like, even when you don't want to make a decision, you have to just based off of that. Like, I have nothing but respect for that, because it's like you're sticking to your guns. Like, you understand that, like, things might not happen. Like, you know what? My hat's off to you, because, like, not everybody is like that, But I don't know. I just think they just need to fucking talk.
Yeah, get on the same page. And the final one, my boyfriend's friend seems to be perfect for him, and it's driving me insane. We've been dating for about 6 months, and the relationship is amazing. And honestly, I haven't felt this way about anyone I've previously dated. He's sort of an introvert in that while he's definitely social, he doesn't talk too much. And when he does, it's still very restrained. He's this way with everyone except for one friend of his.
Nice.
My best friend is a mutual friend of ours, me and this girl. And my boyfriend knows her because she has been his close friend for almost 5 years. They were neighbors in their uni dorm, and they also had the same program. They seem to share a kind of connection that I honestly can't say I do with him. He talks so much when she's present, and his whole demeanor changes. The widest I've seen him smile has been when she's present. If there's a bunch of us in the room, the two of them will have these inside jokes and stuff. A
couple of months back, my boyfriend had fractured his foot.
Has fractured his foot and was bedridden for the most part. She came to give him food literally every day. You could see his face brighten when he learned she'd come. I sometimes feel that if you take away the sexual aspect of my relationship with him, it might not hold up against what he has with her. She broke up with her boyfriend a few months back too, and it's gotten to the point where I'm actively trying to set her up with someone. The worst part about this is that she's likable. She's attractive. She has this dorky sense of humor that my boyfriend loves, and the food she was making for him was amazing. My boyfriend is into science documentaries, and I'm not, so we've never really watched them. She didn't seem that into it either, but she watched it with him, kept asking him stuff, and he was so enthusiastic in his explanations.
She's putting in the effort.
I've now started doing stuff he wants just to emulate that. This weekend, she had come over, and my boyfriend wanted ice cream, so he went to a nearby creamery. The two of them were done with their orders because they already knew what they wanted while I was taking my time testing stuff. There was an old lady with what seemed like her granddaughter who noticed they had the same flavors and said, "You two look great together." My boyfriend corrected her, but God, did that hurt. I don't know what to do. Are they doing anything wrong? What do I even complain to him about? Am I in over my head here?
I think he's into her.
You think he's into her?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's in love.
Yeah, I think
so. They've been friends for 5 years.
He's
scared.
He's comfortable like with her, but he's afraid to
with his girlfriend.
No, with the
friend.
friend. The girlfriend, like I know she's writing this, but she's not really a part of this equation.
Sorry,
I mean, she is, but the boyfriend is in love with the friend. He's afraid to risk it all to take a chance with her, and he enjoys it because he's like still getting his sexual pleasures taken care of, and then he gets to be around the person that he wants to be around because she comes around all the time. So especially as an introvert, like he's comfortable with her. He can say those things. They have similar interests. I think he likes the friend.
Yeah, I think he likes the friend. I feel bad for her.
That sucks.
Because it sucks to see. It sucks to see that happen. You know, including right in front of her. But at the same time, like a relationship always goes both ways. Where you have to share interests. You have to, even if
you have to share interests, you don't have to support
interests. Thank you. And she is only realizing it now because she's seeing what the attention the other girl's getting. But also, like, if you are uncomfortable with how things are turning out and you need reassurance, you're gonna get you can ask and you will get an answer. And you could honestly read it between the lines if you don't believe him. Like he will, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me and Matt, but like it's hard to hide it when you have like something else going on. You know what I mean? And if she can see that, she's trying to avoid seeing it, but also like, boo boo, look at what's going on.
And she clearly has a well thought out argument here. You know what I mean? It's not like she's going to bring it up to him and then forget all of it. She has points and examples and stuff like that. And I think that's for her, she deserves better.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
So you think that she has something to worry about?
I think so.
On his part?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think that the friend also is into him?
I would say
like Dalton said earlier, he was like, oh, she's putting in the work.
I mean, it sounds like it.
But is she putting in the work romantically, or is she just a great person who's like a really good friend?
I would take the odds of her being into him.
Okay.
Than her being like...
Because it sounds like the inside jokes, the shared reference and stuff comes from 5 years, even though her and her boyfriend broke up a few months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dalton.
And honestly, he could probably be the problem for the reason why they broke up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't doubt that at all.
Yep.
So what if she wants to salvage? If she wants to hold on to this, what do you tell her?
She needs to talk to him. There's no point in her trying to hold on to something if like he has feelings for somebody else. If he has feelings for someone else, she should love him enough to let him go.
The fact that if she's feeling like she's the third wheel,
yeah, that's not okay.
The minute you feel that, come on, read the room. You're done. You're fired. That's it. That's all I got to say about that.
Okay. And if she were to talk to him and he was like, no, of course not. Like, no, we're just good friends. Like, that's it.
Then start setting boundaries.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And see if he'll put in the effort.
Yep.
To respect those boundaries. Okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, Matt,
what are you scoring up with?
Dude, I'm scoring up with vocal cords. I did so much yelling this weekend that when I was trying to coach this morning, I like can't project my voice, and I feel like it's like the Monday after a 49ers victory, and I've been screaming so loud. And so yeah, vocal cords, why do they got to get fried? Like, why can't they just like stay chill?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Dalton, what are you scoring up with this week?
I'm scoring up with beer pong.
Because you suck at it?
No, like I'm decent, but I want to be better. I want to be the very best.
Well, the same thing you're doing with CrossFit. You could probably do that with beer pong.
Probably. Mm-hmm. The thing is like, it's not fun when you do it by yourself. Or it's just, me and Matt, just drinking, and it would just look different. Okay. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But I just feel like there has to be a better way to throw the ball than what I'm doing, and I'm going to research that tonight.
All right. Dave, what are you scoring up with this week?
I'm scoring up with teeth grinding.
Nice.
I grind my teeth at night, and I busted this bracket I have on my teeth to correct my overbite.
Yeah.
And, once my overbite's fixed, I won't grind my teeth anymore. but I can't fix my
overbite without the brackets that you keep breaking.
Exactly. Yeah. So
that's a bummer.
Fun paradox.
Dalton, what's your woe dude?
My woe dude of the week. Just, birthday. I had fun with that.
How woe your birthday was?
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I think, honestly, it's not like a crazy factor story like it usually is, but I was just, very, happy with how everything turned out and felt very blessed. So I feel like that's more my woe dude. I just felt very, very blessed to be around the people I am with. So,
Matt, what was your woe dude?
My woe dude of the week is how crazy my allergies can get. And this is not a vent. This is just a woe, dude.
Whoa, dude.
Because they just change so quickly. Like, it can be miserable one day and then 70 seconds later it's fine. So I have no idea.
I've been making sure I've been putting on so much chapstick because it's so windy.
It's insane. What's your woe dude, David?
My woe dude was that the first flat screen and voice activated system came out in '89. Flat screen that
really?
Pushes against the wall, and then a system that works through the home like Alexa.
Really?
Yeah.
89?
89.
That's wild.
Took us 40 years to get there.
Yeah.
The fuck.
Dalton, what are you squaring up with?
No.
I mean, what are you stoked
Have you
about?
scored up with something?
Is that what you meant to say earlier? You're stoked. Your birthday is what you got stoked about.
Maybe, but I got something else for stoked too. So I've always wanted to be iced, and not like 4 times in a row, but once or twice. I felt like it would be fun. But it was funny because Matt and Mo were trying to make a cake, and they were very focused on me not watching how they made the cake, and I was like, maybe they're just decorating it differently. Mo's putting in a lot of work. I was like, what's going on? What is it? And so everyone's around the table. The cake comes, and then starts singing happy birthday, and then Matthew gives me a knife, and he goes, cut the cake, and I'm like, okay, I just don't see why I have to cut the cake. He's like, cut the cake, and I was like, okay. So I already was iced 4 times earlier that day. I had enough. I was happy that it happened. The second time I was like, okay, that's funny. The third time I was like, what the fuck? The fourth time I was like, God damn it. So now at this point I'm like, it's just whatever. So I go and I put the knife in the center of the cake and I go to cut and I hear a ting, and I go, motherfucker. They cut the whole middle of the cake and put an ice in there. And I was like, you fucking pieces of shit.
And the whole time David's there. Are you telling me I can't eat the cake? Is this an unedible cake? Is this an unedible? I'm like, David, shut up. You got ice.
You're going to eat the cake, bud.
Did we give you a piece of cake?
I don't know. I think I had pie.
No?
With ice
sorry.
cream.
I'll make you a cake.
So I had to cut it open, and then I had to have a frosting-filled ice in my hand and chug it. It was fun, but I'm done with being ice for a while. It's fucking annoying. It was everywhere. Mo hid them so well.
What got you stoked this week, David?
Oh, got me stoked. I'll go ahead and say that the new gym that I found has a movie theater in it.
Not moving into your apartment.
I know. Oh, yes. I don't know. I talked so much about moving that I don't want to make that my one trick pony. Yes, moving in has been wild. That's
a very big deal.
That was a whoa, dude. That was a stoked, and that was squaring up, getting all that shit up your
yes,
up
it
the stairs
was.
and stuff.
Fuck your stairs.
But it's happened, and it's there we go.
Mm-hmm.
No, you know what's stoked. Okay, this is gonna sound bad.
Oh god.
I'm ready to never move back in with my parents. That's not how I felt last time I moved out.
Yeah.
But this time,
You're done.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
You're done.
I'm keeping my house key, but I'm out.
Yeah, you better keep that house.
You better keep that. How dare you even try?
Matt, what are you stoked about? What gets you stoked?
I'm stoked about you and Rachel moving in. I'm very excited for you guys. So
Yeah.
I know I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'll say it one more time after. But
I'm excited for that dinner she's gonna make us.
I'm very grateful for that, so I'm not going to say what I wanted to say.
Okay. All right.
Don't say it.
He wants to. Look at him. His head's about
He's
to pop
gonna
off.
say it right after the podcast.
All right, if you made it this far into the podcast, thank you so much for listening. If you made it this far into the video, go ahead and click the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you know when we upload our videos. And go ahead and follow us on all of our social media platforms at Drumm Podcast. And as always, everybody stay safe this week. Stay healthy. Eat a lot of food. Be happy. Be merry. Just have a good week. Until next then. Until a little so fucking close. God
damn it.
Until next time, you guys. We'll see you then. I'm Drumm.
And I'm Drummer.
We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye. I gotta pee.
Go pee.
I'm tired. Can we shoot the video tomorrow?
Yeah.
What video are we shooting?